Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 3. In the previous episode, we set foot in the lost world of Krematoa, as you see here, and made some pretty nice headway, more or less. We escaped with our dignity kind of intact, I suppose. It was a very hit-and-miss kind of episode, death-wise, but I'll take it. And now, let's hope that dignity stays intact, because we're going to get right into the swing of things here. Third level coming up, Tyrant Twin Tussle. Gee, I wonder what enemies are going to be showing up a lot here. Another cave level, always a nice atmosphere. There they are, sure enough. Cuff and Cloud are the centerpiece of this level. They're going to be attacking in both ways here. Now they're just kind of trying to football tackle you. Down here we have leapfrogging ones. I don't know what's that's quite insert joke here, I suppose. Bananas are your safe spots. Keep that in mind. They're a lifesaver here, stupid crimp. And then we have a secret that should be very, very obvious if you've been finding all of them up until this point in the... I messed up team throw up. There we go. And up here we have a very, very convenient squitter barrel. Nail the booty bird up there for some target practice. Barrack coin that we don't really need. Why is Squitter so helpful, you might ask? Because... he's a... okay, that's not part of the script. Because he's one of your only ways to take out Cuff and Cloud in this level. Aside from the TNT barrel, but good luck finding... I actually didn't know that 2-up was there. Huh. Well, that's neat. Whoa, careful. So past this very conspicuous circling buzz is some secrets to be found. Cuff and Cloud do something interesting here. They leapfrog one direction and charge back in the other. Very good at varying things up there. You notice his death cry echoes, because I suppose we're in a cave. Some goodies to be found here. And back to the main path. Peg these guys before they get in your way. Hey buddy. Buddy? Okay then. And now up this additional... work with me here, folks. My word choice isn't looking too good. See? Looking. Why did I say looking? Here we have... the obligatory DK coin puzzle, and it's actually quite the puzzle. We have bazookas firing... we have a bazooka firing steel... oh, whoa. I meant to do that. Alright, back up here. Slowly but surely. And so, we need to use the steel kegs. We have to get the steel kegs this bazooka is shooting down to the coin somehow. So to do this, we need to use Squitter's platform webs. Time is just right. Wait for it. You see, you actually need to drop the barrel down a little sooner than you'd think, otherwise it'll just bounce off the shield. Look at that, see? It's very finicky. I'm not sure what happened there. Webs, work with me here, Webs. Come on. There we go. And there's actually a little more to be found here, just past the bazooka. Here's the path to our first bonus barrel. I know, collecting 40 stars in a level like this, especially since you know what's going to be, we're going to have to negotiate here. Sounds very daunting, but remember, you see, when you got Squitter, it's a bit of a joke. And so, with Cuff and Cloud out of the way, this is really not that hard at all. And the bonus coin is ours. Bill drops us off right where, right below where we could have gone into it. If for some reason you didn't find Squitter, you could just team throw up into the barrel. Speaking of Squitter, there's a no sign for him right here, so things are about to get a little more difficult. Halfway point marks where things get a little crazier. Cuff and Cloud making much longer jumps here and then running all the way back. DK barrel for our troubles, and they're jumping high this time. Gotta sneak by him. Crimp. Wait a minute, something interesting to be found here. And that's not just the end, because there's a little gap up here, and if we team throw here, there's just a little above. We gotta jump to get to it, and then a barrel cannon just out of view. Here's where things get a little crazy. We have Cuff and Cloud here making things difficult. We have a TNT barrel, but this barrel will not respawn, so we have to make sure this stays safe as we get it across here. Use it to bust one of these red buzzes to get to this bonus barrel. Otherwise, you're basically gonna have to tank a hit to get to it, and well, that's no fun. And the challenge doesn't get any easier, because now we got Cuff and Cloud to dodge. Whoa! We gotta jump in these narrow outcroppings to get around them. Helicopter spin makes things very easy, obviously. Especially with these two right here. It's a very narrow window of safety here on that second one. But we made it. Phew. Would have been difficult getting back to that barrel. That's just since it drops you off after where you go up. It actually drops you off right above where the end is. And now we have buzzes to get around with this Cuff and Klaus. Give them some room. Not much use challenging normally invincible enemies. But these bananas denote a convenient safe spot for us. Let's let them jump by. And off. And we're off. Something like that. 2 paths to go here. You want to take the top one because there's more stuff to be found. Cuff and Klaus making another high arc here, but these 2 Barra Coins and Banana Bunch are a safe spot, and so are these smaller duos of bananas. Although interestingly enough, there's something to be found in the left path if you're very careful. Keep in mind these bananas denote safe spots. Is denote going to become my new thing? Is it going to go from to bob and weave to careful to easy to denote? I don't know. Oh, I didn't want to switch here. Because as you see, there's actually a hidden cache down here. But it just gives you a barrel. Helps you take care of Cuff and Klaus if you have both Kongs, but it's not really very useful otherwise. It's just there for the, because I wanted to show you what's there. I'm nice like that. Not to toot my own horn or... Yeah. More high jumping guys. Just wait for an opening here. No bananas to help you out, but it's still there. There we go. And let me show you what it has to be the most evil bonus barrel in the entire game. Right here. Yep, they pull the More Monkey Madness. This one's actually rather interesting. And by interesting, I mean frustrating. These guys are moving very fast. Bananas have only 3 spawn points. The first and third are safe. The second isn't. But the fact that there are only 3 spawn points means sometimes you can luck out and have multiple ones show up on you at the same time. Or have them show up on the opposite end repeatedly like they seem to be doing for me. There we go. Just a little more. Very hectic. Very... Okay, we got 5 more to get. 4. Whoa. I've had 1 repeat this whole time, I think. 1. 1. Eee! Oh no, we still have 1 more. That's going to be trouble. Still got plenty of time though, fortunately. No, wait for him to go by. Stay in this safe spot. Got it. Well, that went well. This whole level went pretty well, actually. I'm quite impressed with myself. Went through here without dying. Why did I say that? By the way, I do know you can, in fact, open up Krematoa as soon as you get to the middle part of the Kremisphere, if you know how to do it. So we actually could have gone in here before we entered Mechanos or even Cotton Top Cove. But, due to the nature of having to go through here by paying bonus coins, we couldn't have gotten much of anywhere beyond Stampede Sprint. So, and I just wanted to save this whole area for last just so we could take care of it all in one fell swoop, just for the sake of cohesiveness. And because it made splitting up what levels to do in what episode a little easier. But enough about that. We have another level to tackle. And yes, it's another giant forest sitting in the middle of a volcano. This thing's really been dormant for a while, hasn't it? And another forest biome here. I know it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it is cool. And here we have another Swoopy. Second one in the game beyond that one in Springing Spiders. Get your fun now because things are going to get a lot worse. Think of it as a sign of things to come. And we have another Squawk Sparrow. You know how things work here. Use this opening bit to remember your advanced controls if you need to. Short hop, high jump, flap, fast fall, etc. Because you're going to need them. They're basically nigh essential here. Here's a booty bird to peg for a banana bunch. And here's the salvo part of Swoopy Salvo. Yep, a lot of them, and uh-oh. Well, that just made things a lot harder. So yeah, they're going to be coming at you from various angles, going through these little holes in the trees. You can, in fact, take them out with seeds, eggs, whatever they are, if you have the opportunity. It's a little difficult to here. There we go, there's one. Uh-oh. Whew, got close there. That peak was right on me. Okay. Is it K? You might want to go up here, but if you go down, there's a very important thing you might miss. Yeah, it's just kind of sitting there. Got a coin to find? Hope you're a fast learner, guys. Because with this no sign, we got to take that whole concept of using the swoopies to create platforms to jump on and roll with it very fast. You saw a little time we had there, but a success. That's the success is a success. Okay, barrel drops us off right up here. You know, there's the buzz we had to get rid of. Unfortunately, it spawns a barrel on us so that we're squawks again, because this would be basically impossible to go through if we weren't the parrot. Just a little careful here. It's rather repetitive to have 3 red buzzes like that. There is a Barrack coin in the middle of those if you're feeling particularly gutsy. I don't have an extra hit right now, so I'm going to be smart. Here we have swoopies outside. This is actually slightly easier than they were in the tree because there's more room to maneuver. 3, 1 more, and onward. Nice little effect with the bananas here. The level beckons you forward, but wait a minute. Wait just a minute. There's more to be found here. See, because hold up. That hole doesn't particularly line up with the swoopies. Okay. But we can, in fact, go through here if you time it right. Problem is, normally you saw how we can get rid of the swoopies with these seeds, eggs, whatever they are normally. Well, thing is, these entrances to the trees, they're kind of finicky over whether they let the seeds through or not. So, you basically got to chance it and hope that you get far enough to where the seed will actually peg the swoopy in front of you instead of just bouncing off the opening and letting you get hit. And since we can't really tank a hit in this state, wish me luck, guys. Got it. There we go. And these buzzes, we do, in fact, want to have the guts to get through because they're guarding the second bonus barrel. Here's where things get a little interesting. I know it's a grab 15 banana challenge. I know we're seeing a lot of them in Mechanos, but this one's actually not that bad once you realize how it works. The swoopies come in a more or less infinity pattern. The bananas spawn at 4 points, and all 4 of them are in fact safe. So, oh wow, I almost ate my words. Fortunately, it spawns you just above where the barrel is, although these swoopies are gonna make things difficult. So yeah, this level is one of the most dreaded in the entire game, gotta say that. Ordinarily, it's I don't consider it that bad, but I died so many times in my practice run that I'm kind of reconsidering it. See you guys back up by the bonus barrel, if I can get there. Okay, also worth mentioning, you probably realized that the first time through, but this level also pulls a buzzer barrage. So, if you want to make this section a little less nerve-wracking, do whatever you can not to get hit up until here. Oh wow, that actually worked. And the bonus barrel is ours again. Well, let's not get hit like an idiot this time. Alright, starting off, banana is up above. Wait for it. Remember, if swoopers move in an infinity pattern, so if they enter from the right, the next one will appear from the right as well, and they always go from up to down. You move very predictably, although you can't always see them, you can generally predict where they're going to be. Advanced controls are a godsend as usual. High jump to reach this one. Careful, fast fall to get down to this one quickly. Short hop to stay safe. Up here, just 2 more to grab. 1 more, and we got it. There we go, that went a little better. And now we can do this for real. No squawk sign, 1 of 2 to choose from. This one's important because it gives us a steel keg. And so to get this one, we're actually going to have to land on the coin shield and then throw it. Hope we're accurate. Got it, there we go. Good thing I didn't mess up like I did in my practice run. So jumping straight down gets us the O. There's an arrow barrel there, and the no squawk sign we would have reached if we had taken the regular path. And we're officially halfway through, but here's where things get crazier because they're going to start throwing all sorts of unusual stuff at you. Like, for example, having to get past swoopies while on ropes where you can't move horizontally at all. So here's an interesting... Is it here? I think it's here. No, it's not here. Oh, this is going to make things complicated. Here's a different interesting thing. That bristles will turn around right there before he gets to the little door in the tree there. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm sure it's a tile set related thing, but nonetheless, he does that. Look out. Careful. Okay, Dixie, wave dash, I guess. So you gotta bounce off that swoopy there to Goomba springboard up to the blast auto fire barrel. Have a couple more to jump off here. Now we gotta run. Wait a minute. No, actually, this is the spot where you want to see if you can jump up here because hidden up here is bonus barrel number 3. Yeah, they just kind of stuck that there, right where you wouldn't think to look. And what's our more or less final bonus challenge going to be? Rather simple, actually. Rather gimmicky. All you gotta do is team up and throw Dixie up here to get the stars. It's honestly not that hard. It's just a matter of realizing what you have to do. See? Full 6 seconds left and everything, even though I messed up a couple times. And here's where things get interesting, because even though they just gave us a DK barrel, here's something that baffled me for quite a while. And no, it doesn't involve a code that's I saw that coming and I... Alright, worth mentioning, yeah, this section is rather tricky because the swoopies come at you from a higher angle, so it's kind of hard to gauge where their hitboxes are going to be. That one was more or less on purpose, though, because... You hear it, don't you, right? You hear a DK barrel, but it's nowhere to be found. See, thing is, off to the left here is an invisible one, the second one in the entire game. You remember that one in Blazing Bazookas, right? Although, knowing me, there's probably more and I'm just not aware of them. Feel free to heckle me in the comments if that's the case. Also worth mentioning, these swoopies that come down at you actually cannot hurt you. Very convenient. Is there something off to the right here? Let's check real fast. I feel like they put something there. No, they didn't put something there. It's kind of surprising. It seems like the kind of place they put something. Especially after that surprise 2-up in... Good thing that barrel's there. Especially after that surprise 2-up in Tyrant Twin Tussle. It's a little further onward. This jump is tricky. Especially if you fall and now have to jump off a swoopy to get back up. Fortunately, it's actually... Fortunately, their hitboxes when you try to jump on them are actually very forgiving. As long as you're just basically... And as soon as I say that... well, we're up here. Regardless. And... look before you leap, people. Look before you leap. Always a lesson in life. Especially in platformer games. Double especially in a post-game, sort of, level that is going to be pulling out all the stops against you. I have no words. Oh, come on. See what I mean about these finicky hitboxes? The swoopies are... They won't even be technically touching you and they'll still hit you. Must have taken lessons from Snake's tilts, I guess. Well, this level's not that bad, I said. It's not... Once you understand the advanced controls, it's very doable, I've said. So this is a very difficult jump to make. You gotta kind of anticipate where the swoopy's gonna... I can't believe I made that. First try. Yeah, you gotta kind of anticipate where the swoopy's gonna be and jump on it while it's still higher up. So you can... Oh, wow, almost forgot about that bristles. That would have been embarrassing. Fortunately, that's our last enemy. And there's the flag. And so we have one final nondescript pile of pebbles out of the way. But, you know, and since we don't have a Rock Smash HM to take care of that, we're going to have to go get Boomer. I was going to say something witty there. Let's just go with that. Wow, you found some more of those cards. Let's add them to the collection and see if they do the trick. Well, we still don't have the whole collection, so... But now we finally have all 25 bonus coins we need to bribe him to set off his... to blow up that last pile of rocks. And so he presses the button exactly once. And there we go. Fuse lights, snakes its way around the volcano. When you think about it, it's going all the way through all the levels we went through, so that's actually very impressive. He managed to lay this fuse all the way back there. And so, next time on Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 3, we're gonna... Oh, no. We're actually gonna take this one on this time. And so, meet our final challenge of the, well, final regular level of the game. Rocket Rush. And yes, that exclamation point means that we don't have any bonus barrels to be found here. Think that's gonna make this any easier? Oh, no. Unique music, that's honestly really cool. A unique backdrop, some kind of copper-hued mountains. And here we have the reason the barrels in Rocket Barrel Ride were called booster barrels, because this one's your actual rocket barrel. Literally, it's an actual rocket. Very unusual controls they throw at you. Left and right are actually reversed here because they fire off the thruster, so you gotta move. Pressing up will actually slow you down. Hitting the red buzz will usually rocket you upward a little and spend some of your fuel, which is a bit of a problem, considering that ever-emptying fuel gauge. Exhaust, you can use the exhaust on the left or right to take out the red buzzes. Mere contact with them will destroy them normally, but again, they'll waste time and precious fuel. And you want to be very careful about that because if the rocket runs out of fuel or you hit the ground too hard, the rocket will crash and kill you instantly. Very big problem. So you want to be very careful of how you do this. Pick up all the fuel barrels along the way, which are themselves just kind of updated versions of those ones that tanked up trouble in Donkey Kong Country 1. I'm sure you all have nightmares of that, those of you who remember that game, who've played that game. But we've made it halfway already. If we could just get a little further, two fuel barrels and an ignition barrel, that sends us straight upward. Things are getting a little crazy. Now you only need to move left and right. But we need to be very smart about this because this part is more or less trial and error. If you mess up more than just once, you're basically done because you won't have enough fuel to get back up. There are actually, in fact, a handful of... As you see with that Banana Bunch, a handful of secret things to be found here. Banana Bunches, Bear Coins. In fact, the Game Boy Advance port does not have them invisible, so they're a little easier to grab. Are we going to make it? Nope, we're not going to make it. Mess that up. We're not going to make it. We're going to try, but we're just going to fall short. Yep. This is a very unforgiving level, very trial and error. It's kind of BS, to be honest, in that regard. I mean, thematically it's very cool, but I just wish it was a little better designed. Although, in fact, the Game Boy Advance port does fix quite a few problems this second half has. In fact, these first dual fuel barrels will instead only fill the rocket part of the way, and you'll find multiple fuel barrels on the way up to keep yourself refueled. It's much more forgiving, and again, you know that secret stuff is in plain sight instead of being hidden, one where you actually know it's there. And the rocket itself moves a little slower, and it's a little smaller, so it's easier to negotiate through these areas. Although the Game Boy Advance port also changes up the first section. Okay, come on. Better not mess up again. The Game Boy Advance port does change up the first section, so that... Not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. And so the Game Boy Advance port also changes up the first section so that you can't destroy buzzes on contact with the rocket. You have to destroy them with the exhaust, so that you can actually press A in that version. I suppose B is your counterpart in this one. To spew exhaust on the bottom to take them out. The rocket will actually take 2 hits in that version, although you'll still die instantly if it runs out of fuel. It's overall just kind of a very different level in general, and whether it's better or not is, I suppose, a matter of taste. And so there you go, some nice trivia while I missed the end, but that won't matter, as we'll get to that in just a second if I manage this. Not yet. Well, better not screw up again. Left, center, go to the right, left, and turn immediately to the right. Thread that I'm dead. Houston, we have a problem. Oh. Sad part is, I might have been able to make that. Huh. Alright, no shame in dying this late, I suppose. Fuel barrels, ignition, and we have a liftoff. You notice the eyes in the rocket actually changed to patch where you're, which thruster you're activating, or if you're not pressing any, they look straight up. And, ooh, that was close. I almost really kicked myself for monologuing there. Left to the right, left. Quick turn around. Stay the, okay, one more. We're almost there. Hold right, hold. Not gonna make it, not gonna make it, not gonna make it. Good thing we got a lot of extra lives, right? At least the music's nice. I'm sure you've undoubtedly heard quite a few loops of it by this point. But I'll include a link to an extended version in the description just so you can hear it all you want. Does that sound good? Maybe that'll make up for how many times I've died so far. Oh, who am I kidding? You're laughing the whole way, aren't you? Almost messed up there. Left, center, to the right, far left, but it's going to U-turn on us. Go right, stay steady, all the way this way. With only one hit, we're actually going to have enough to make it this time. Phew. And just one final challenge here, getting this barrel up over this coin. Though it looks rather daunting, well actually it doesn't look daunting at all. The trick is it's deceptively difficult because that coin has a very big hitbox. So you gotta find just the right angle to get this barrel up over him. Kitty makes it much easier. And there is one last DK coin. Well actually there's one more if you remember. Maybe this cog will help us find this last one. And now with that 5th and final cog in hand, we can jump down the mountain here with down. Looks like a hell of a jump, but remember, the Kongs don't take fall damage. So let's give this final one to Boomer, and maybe something will happen. Oh, of course, you know something's going to happen. I mean, that's just how these things work. Well, they're all in. Doesn't seem to have done too much, though, does it? What on earth is that racket? Hey, take a look outside, Kongs. You won't believe it. Well, the game takes a sweet time before I let you look outside. Because placing all 5 Kongs has activated a device that has reactivated Krematoa. And And from the caldera rises King K. Rool's hidden base. Yep. It just wouldn't be another... these games work. Of course, there's going to be an additional post-game boss fight that's actually the final boss fight. You know how this stuff works, right? But ladies and gentlemen, the end is in sight. Next time on Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 3, we finish this for real. After we stop by Wrinkly's. I gotta commend you, lady. Working out in this searing heat is pretty impressive. And so, with all of that stuff taken care of, look at that, 97% of the way through the game, those 5 cogs doing cog stuff. We're just almost there. Just a little further, guys. Next time on Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 3, we finish this.